What's going on, guys? Welcome to another one of Black Iron's battles. Today we've got a cool 1 vs 1 Total War Warhammer quick battle for you. I thought this one was a lot of fun, so I definitely wanted to show it to you guys. If you see, I have brought the Greenskin army, and I am facing off against my opponent who is using the Chaos Warrior. Now, the Greenskins is my go-to army, and so I did want to switch it up a little bit for you guys, so I did bring a little bit of a different army than I typically bring. If you look here on the sides, we do have two groups of Orc Biggins. Besides those, in the front line here, we have three groups of the Elite Black Orcs, so I cut that back by one. Additionally, we do have Skarsnik down here. Now, I brought his Prodder, I brought Wog, I brought Stand Your Ground, so I definitely stripped him down a little bit, but he is definitely, I mean, look at that, he's, armor piercing, he's got poison attacks. I mean, he is just super cool, especially with Goblin next to him. Here we've got a Goblin Big Boss on his Spider, so we do have a bunch of poison and two pretty good duelists for our lords. In the back here we've got a Night Goblin Shaman. I've brought Itchy Nuisance, Oracle Fix-It, as well as Sneaky Stealin'. So for the 500 that he costs, I always like to bring him to reduce the Winds of Magic and to provide those AoE debuffs. Here in the back, you'll see we've got one and then two Goblin Rock Lobbers. This one actually is the Regiment Renown, the Hammer of Gork. So this one definitely has a little bit of extra ammo, and it's way more accurate. So that should be able to do some great damage to those Elite Chaos units. Over here on the flank, just like almost always with the Greenskins, I've brought two groups of Goblins. I've tossed some Chevrons into them, and they'll be able to hold my flanks. But here in the back, a little bit different, I have brought two groups of Nasty Skulkers. Now, they've got stock, they do have armor piercing, they're definitely able to take down some cavalry, and I've brought them to hopefully protect this firing line, which I typically lose if you guys have been watching these battles. Here also, for our firing line, we've got the two groups of regular Goblin Archers. Those are just the cheap fodder archers, and with the Rusty Airs, though, which provides that armor sundering, they're able to considerably step up their damage game. Over here for my opponent, you'll see in the trees here, I did not see it right off the bat, but he does have two groups of Chaos Warhounds with poison. And over here on the other flank, I mean, he's got Vanguarded here in the back. He's got two groups of Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. These are always super cool. Although they're lightly armored, they do have armor piercing damage, and they're able to charge in and throw those axes both, so they'll be able to do some good damage. Here on the other flank, you'll see he's got these Chaos Knights. These are super cool. Look at that armor. They're shielded. These have just got high stats all around. They're just great overall cavalry units. And here for his main line, you'll see he's got a group of Chaos Spawn. He's got Chaos Warriors with halberds. And that is actually the majority of his front line. So he's got a lot of those Chaos Warriors with halberds, those anti-large, armor piercing, 100 armor. They're just definitely super strong. It's not a bad idea for a front line, since the Greenskins don't typically bring a lot of ranged units. He's also got a second group of Chaos Spawn, and he does have the Aspiring Champions. He's got them in the back here. Looks like he's got some over here. It's always good to have them spread out so that their aura affects a whole bunch of your units, and they're definitely boosting the the leadership of the people around them. If in fact the Lord falls. And he has brought Prince Sigvald, so he's one of my personal favorites. He's got 460 weapon strength, although it's not armor piercing. I mean, he just does a lot of damage. He's a great duelist, and he's just super cool. So overall, I mean, we've got a pretty even matchup, although I have brought a much more numerous army, and so I'm kind of trying to move my typical playing style to do a little bit more of that. You see, I've got 1,200 units here to his 665, and I mean, if you bring a lot of fodder units with some strong units in the back core, a lot of the time these cheaper units will outperform their costs, and they'll help you out a lot. Let's go ahead and get this battle started. So right off the bat, you'll see these rock lobbers are firing in. They're able to get a few kills, not too much, but right off the bat, even though I was trying to keep it from happening, I do lose this Hammer of Gork. I mean, he charges these Marauder Horsemen right in there. He knocks down that Hammer of Gork, and even though I've got this front line being slowed up here, I mean, I really should have cast that back here. Because I mean, these Goblin Spears, I mean, look at that. They didn't even have a single kill. They got routed by these Chaos Knights. They are no match. So back here, I've already started to get hurt. But unlike before, I'm definitely trying my best to still keep this front line going. So I've got my archers focusing down these halberds, and even though they're armored, they don't have any shields, so they're going to take quite a lot of damage. Additionally, you'll see here that we have caught those Chaos Knights. We use that ability of the Nasty Skulkers, that Smoke Bomb, and we've got these biggins on here. I've got the Night Goblin Shaman in here, and you'll see these got Itchy Nuisance on them. These things are so debuffed. I mean, their speed is 16 right now. They've got no attack. I mean, they're taking huge amounts of damage. So it's very important to me that even though these Marauder Horsemen are here in the back throwing at me, that I take down these Chaos Knights, because that is one of the most expensive units I was able to find. Over here in the front line, you'll see that these Black Orcs are doing just fine. This unit of Chaos Warriors was softened up by the archers, but it was sent off. And so now this unit of Black Orcs is facing Prince Sigvald. And for me, that is perfect. Prince Sigvald, while he's strong, is not going to be matched for an entire group of Black Orcs, which are getting the effect of Wog and Stand Your Ground. I mean, these are just going to be, look at that. They've already got his health down quite far. And you'll see here in the back, I mean, I'm just trying to do my best to keep everything going. Finally here, I have routed off these Chaos Knights. I mean, actually, I think they're wavering, so he must have just pulled them out. But I mean, I'm still doing okay in this back line. Although I did lose the Hammer of Gork, I still have one of these Rock Lobbers firing. And it's managing to get some shots off over here into this right flank. And so, I mean, even though I have lost, I mean, he's going to have trouble. These Chaos, I mean, they're not able to charge into this main fight. They'll go down really quickly. Oh, look at that. I mean, that just broke them. I mean, the Rock Lobber is still firing in here, and I'm, trying to keep it protected the best I can. Additionally, you'll see that these archers are still firing in here. I mean, they're just getting free shots off. I've had them targeting that Chaos Spawn, and I mean, look at that. The health is 250 to 170, and I mean, that thing's up, and there it's going to go. That'll be the last of it. So I was actually able to take out the Chaos Spawn with just some Goblin Archers. Over here on the right, you'll see that we have used that that ability from these Nasty Skulkers again. You'll see that we're managing to try to take down the other group of Chaos Spawn. Although these Aspiring Champions are in here, I mean, their leadership's already losing. Prince Sigvald over here in the middle is very low, and now we've got a bunch. I mean, we've gotten the Goblin Big Boss in on him, who's a duelist. He is poisoned, his leadership's tanking, he's down to 400 health, and I mean, he is not going to be alive for too much longer. I mean, let's see if we can get it in here. Let's see if this Goblin Big Boss, I mean, he's got Wog activated. Prince Sigvald has 200 health remaining. I mean, he probably is going to go down right now. Oh, man. 120 health. I mean, let's go ahead and just press play. And we'll watch this watch this. Oh, man. He just gets cut down in the back by those Black Orcs. Oh, man. What a sad end to Prince Sigvald. Now that puts the balance of power definitely in my favor, but this is not over. He's got this huge amount of these Marauders over here. These Chaos Spawn are still alive. If we look here, I mean, he is charging these Chaos Warhounds in. But these Black Orcs are still pretty healthy. We've got some biggins and a bunch of goblins. So I mean, if you look at the numbers, he's down to 200 units. So I mean, while he did have a ton of, let's see if Goblin manages to get his. Oh man, it does hit those Chaos Spawn. I mean, it hits some of his own units as well. But these Chaos Spawn are just taking heat. Over here in the back, we are starting to bring in some more units. Got this unit of biggins, which is coming in here behind these Marauders, and so we're going to try to sandwich them. We've got this group of biggins coming in on the side. We've got a group of goblins, and so I mean, we've still got plenty of units left. And since Prince Sigvald's dead, I mean, these Chaos Spawn are going down. And if we look up here, I mean, there is just not a lot left on the field for Chaos. I've still got a ton of units left. I've got some here that I haven't even managed to bring back in. And I mean, there is no way that the Chaos is going to pull this one out. At this point, we're just waiting to clean up the last of the remaining stragglers. That was a great game. I really had a lot of fun. Those Nasty Skulkers really helped me out. So let's go ahead and take a look at the post-game wrap-up. All right. So if you look here, I mean, I was able to keep Skarsnik at full health. I was able to send the Goblin Big Boss in, and I put him on Sigvald along with one of these groups of Black Orcs. And I mean, it was going to cause a significant problem once he lost Sigvald, and he lost a lot of these troops. I mean, those Chaos Spawn both went all the way down, and look at the Chaos Knights. I mean, he was able to get in with those Chaos Knights. He was able to kill a lot of these nasty Skulkers and the Biggins and different things that were put on them. But I mean, these units were not very expensive, and these Chaos Knights really needed to pay for themselves by killing a lot more of these heavy units. While I did lose that Hammer of Gork right off the bat, the second Rock Lobber was able to get a few kills on, and really that was the goal. I mean, look at this. The nasty Skulkers between them got 70 kills. I mean, this unit of Black Orcs got 100. This unit got 80. So the armor-piercing units were really on point. This one leveled up twice. I mean, that is a ton of these Chaos Warriors that they were able to kill. And I mean, also besides that, I mean, just look, even the unit of Spears had 12 kills. So overall, you know, the high numbers that really helped me out this game. With only 600 units, he just was not able to get around me. And I mean, for every unit he took down, another one stepped in its place. Overall, that was a great game to my opponent, Blagora. I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. This was supposed to be a live battle, but my dog started barking right in the middle, so I'm going to try to get a live battle up next. And, you know, please subscribe below if you're enjoying these videos. I'll make some more coming soon. And this is Black Iron. It's been another one of Black Iron's Battles.